For cops, the bond shared with fellow officers can be their closest relationships. They trust each other with their lives. But on the night of January 20th, 1995, a few police officers in Tucson, Arizona, realized just how far those feelings can go.
Officer Jennifer Will Stokes is a dog handler in our area. She was flagged down by a been assaulted with a gun.
Somebody pulled a gun on me, took my wallet and everything.
What?
There it is, right there. That's it. That's it.
14 vehicles going southbound.
Police helicopter pilot Tim Vesley was a 19-year veteran of the force.
We were getting towards the end of our first flight, and we heard Jenny come on and says that she has a suspect vehicle. And just about that time, we saw the van, and we're right there. Once we get on a car, we own him. He's ours.
Guy's really cranking. He's not stopping.
I saw this blue streak pass me, and you just get this tickling in your stomach. You're like going on a roller coaster. Takes your breath away.
Officer Dave McAdam began pursuing the suspect's van.
The guy had no intentions of ever stopping. He didn't give a darn whether people were walking across the street in front of him or not. Total disregard for everybody else in the entire world.
The van made a sudden right turn into an apartment complex. We knew that there was a fence to the rear of the complex, so there's nowhere to go. This is where it's going to end. I watched with wide eyes as it drove down a 12-foot drop into a dirt wash. Okay, he's down in the wash, moron. We're going to chase him now. This guy drove down in this wash. He absolutely has no idea where he's going, and now he's stuck. We got him. And then I was just amazed. He drove up the other side. He's already shown us that he's not worried about sticking a gun in somebody's face. And now we're thinking to ourselves, wow, if this guy would do this to get away from us, what else is he capable of doing?
I was just monitoring the radio. They're advising officers to be careful because the van was trying to ram the other police officers. And I see all these emergency lights.
Officer Armando Gallego was on routine patrol in the area.
And before I knew it, here comes the van. And he just blew right by me. Just going about 60 miles an hour.
Suspect is now on.
I was praying another car wasn't going to come get T-boned. I just couldn't believe it. I said, this guy's crazy. This guy's, he really wants to hurt someone.
We could tell that he trashed his van. And I hate to say, well, this is the end of the line because he's proven me wrong twice so far.
He had slowed way down, so I kind of backed off too. I didn't know what he was going to do.
Down on the ground! Down on the ground! Down on the ground!
Out of the corner of my eye, I see this Officer Stokes arriving. She grabs her dog, Dax, and runs into the alley after this guy.
We've done a lot of tracking with the dogs. We're very confident in how they chase suspects. What we do is the helicopter follows it and the dog goes after him.
I see Jenny and Dax going after the guy, and we're explaining exactly what he's doing and where he's going. The dog takes off after this guy like a heat-seeking missile.
I stopped dead in my tracks. I could see flashes, and then I saw Jenny fall backwards like she had run into a glass wall.
We're looking, and we're calling on the radio, and we couldn't find Jenny.
Try to get her on the radio. Let's get another unit down here.
The next thing I saw was the guy running, and I watched the guy throw the gun, and he crawls underneath a tree, and he's not wearing this dog anymore. And right then, I knew something was terribly wrong, because once these dogs get on you, there's only two ways to get them off. You can hit them with a 16-pound sledgehammer, or you can shoot them. As we came around, I could see the dog on the ground.
Shot the dog. He shot the dog.
Obviously, he's hurt, and there's blood everywhere. So, but So, the guy's underneath the tree. He's not a big concern. The dog's down, and we can't find Jenny.
At that point, the air unit came back around, and the yard sort of lit back up, and I could see Dax, and there was a big pool of blood, and I just remember my heart just kind of turning over and going, oh, man, there's my partner laying there. So
You get your hands up! Come on now! Get up on the tree!
this went on for about a good 4 minutes.
Tree, get your hands up!
Then I finally saw the guy stick his hands out with his fingers spread, and I could see that he didn't have anything in his hands, and then he stood up.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
And I looked over towards where I had last seen Dax. It was hard not to just get up and run over there, but I had to wait until we got this situation taken care of before I could do that. He was just covered with blood, and I thought he may have been hit more than once. And then I found the bullet hole, and it was in his head, right between his eye and his ear. And when I saw the location of the bullet wound, I thought, there's no way.
It just looked horrible to me. It was devastating. And if it wasn't him jumping the fence chasing the guy, it would have been one of us jumping the fence chasing the guy. He took the bullet for one of us. He takes the place of an officer. He's an officer. That's what he is.
One of the field supervisors comes on the radio and says, "Can you guys land and pick up the dog and take him to the vet?" And we said, "Sure, no problem." He was still alive, so we're gonna bust our butt getting him there.
Within 10 minutes of the shooting, Dax arrived at Grant Road Veterinary Clinic and was put under the care of Dr. Radford Davis.
He was shot in the head. I thought, what's he doing alive? We found no exit wound, so we knew the bullet was still somewhere in the body.
Okay. After about 10 or 15 minutes, all the officers in my unit started showing up, just came straight from home, dropped what they were doing, and came over just to lend their support, which that really meant a lot to me.
We saw that the bullet actually came to rest outside of the chest in the muscle. And I thought, it's a miracle.
Keep them comfortable. That's okay.
In 8 months, Dax has made a remarkable recovery, but he has residual hearing problems from the damage done by the bullet.
Good.
No. He had such a hard time getting to where he could just be able to get over obstacles, be able to run without falling.
Good boy. Oh, that's a good dog.
And it just took a lot of time with him.
Good boy.
She would keep us informed on his progress, and he's doing fine, and I can't believe it. You think he'll come back to duty? And she goes, well, we're shooting for it. And he did. You know, he may not hear too well out of that one ear, but I think his sense of smell's a lot better now, too.
The suspect pleaded guilty to multiple felony counts and was sentenced to prison.
Oh, that's a good boy. That's good.
Having your life sometimes depend on that dog, or knowing that another officer's life could depend on the dog. You really get just really close to them. Ever since I was a baby, I've always loved animals, and to have a job that I love anyway with my love for animals has been really wonderful. I'll probably look back on this as really one of the best times of my life.
What a